Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress, and this is your weekly message and love reading from your person. There are 3 cards here, and they're all 3 gods. There's this Lugh, who represents skill, Prometheus, who represents altruism, and Dionysus, who represents ecstasy. Now, if you don't have a person, then just imagine somebody talking to you from the future, or maybe a past love, or somebody from a past life, in fact. Or it could be just messages from spirit, but for the most part, this is for those who have someone specific in mind that you're thinking of, and this is messages from them. Male or female, doesn't matter. These cards just symbolize energy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it symbolizes a certain physical type of a person. So just relax and enjoy to choose your card. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Close your eyes, release your breath through your mouth. Open your eyes and let them be drawn to the card that is calling you. Let's begin. And you chose pile number 1 with Lugh. And Lugh represents skill. And there is a great story about him. He is like somebody who likes to travel, and he travels to this big city, and there was the King Nuada, and there was an ancient race that inhabited Ireland before the historical Irish ruled the land, and Lugh thought that perhaps he could offer his services to the king. And Lugh was stopped at the door to the city by a big attendant who denied him entrance unless Lugh had a skill. And then had to be a skill that Nuada needed. So Lugh told the doorman that he was a blacksmith. And the doorman declared that they already had a blacksmith. And then Lugh said that he was a builder. And then the doorman said they already had a builder. And then Lugh thought, he was a poet, a magician, a historian, a harpist, a brilliant swordsman. But he kept getting rejected. And then, smiling, Lugh just stood tall and asked this. But do you have one person who has all of these skills together? And with that, Lugh got to join the court of Nuada. So being a person of skill is something to celebrate. And no matter if you are good with your hands or with your mind, being skillful in the area you choose is good for your confidence and self-respect. And so if you feel connected to this card, maybe you're connecting to a person who's like a Renaissance man or woman, a multitasker, somebody who's skilled at many things. So let's see what this person has to say to you. We have 3 tarot tarot of the sexual magic coming out here. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Wands, 3 of Wands. And so the Knight of Pentacles is this slow but sure energy that's coming towards you. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which represents, and the sexual magic here is the magic of the rose and the violin, or completeness. So you can't give up on transforming the world around you. You have to believe that the world is the home of your love. So it's like, even if the world around you seems in chaos and not going the way things are intended, or the way that you expect, you have to keep focused on what you want your world to be and look like. And so I feel that the message from your person is, create this for us together. And so imagine yourself kissing. So the 3 of Wands is kissing, and the sexual magic is the ribbon tied around your leg. So this is all about nostalgia and craving this feeling that you might have lost. And so in the Five of Pentacles, maybe you lost a certain feeling because of the outside world showing you something that maybe not necessarily your truth, but you can change the truth and turn it into a kiss. So it feels like a kiss coming through, even if it's slow. There is a progress here. You have to transform the world to your desires. All right, let's see what else. We also have lasting love. This is your true love, so embrace it. And then from this beautiful little deck, it's let me show you. It's my little check deck. It's called the Kabbalah Insights. It's not Czech. It's Hebrew, and my little Hebrew deck called, no, this is not Kabbalah. This is the letter deck, the Alphabet for Lovers deck, and it is a Hebrew deck, a Hebrew alphabet type deck. Alphabet for Lovers. Let's see. Here's, I got a little amulet for health and healing. I like that. And it comes in this nice little pouch. Okay. And you got another 5. So 5 could be your number. And you have sharing financial security and the letter B. So B could be, or 5 could be significant for you. So you can include that with your charm message as well. The letter B. You also have some sexy messages. One, you have, let me show you how much I love you. These are air signs, fire, earth, and water. And I want you to see the stars when we make love. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Also by Queen Sugar, we have, I want to be the reason you smile. All right, and then from Enchanted Kiss, speaking of kisses, we have, every day I hold you with my inner child. And Enchanted Embrace, you are wonderful. All right, let's get some charms and see what else we can find. Oh, so you have some letters here. You have M, Mo, O-E-M-M-O-E, emo. You have a tower. This could be represent a home, a place, a destination. You have Ariel, so speaking your truth. And you have the Beast and Ariel, an interesting couple, but they both have some lessons that they need to learn. And then eventually they'll end up in the castle. The Beast has to find out his self-worth and be able to show that he's more than just his surface. Right now, maybe there's a phase of longing or wanting something that you're not able to see it yet, but it is here and it is on its way. It's just kind of a slow and steady energy. It is lasting though once it gets here, so just know that your person is holding you every day with their inner child, and they see you as wonderful, and they want to take that frown and turn it into a smile. They don't want you to be sad about the situation. They want you to be happy. All right, so if you like that, give it a thumbs up. There's this little thumb down there with little sparkles, confetti, and also subscribe, please. Push the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. And if you'd like to join, you're welcome to join and be part of the members here. You get great perks and badges and emojis and all kinds of fun stuff every month if you become a member. And check out my description box. It's in that little section where you push more, the ... more, and there's all this other information that you can look at and find ways to to get in touch with me, you can hang out with me on Instagram, Threads, Smule, TikTok, wherever you want. And you can also email me if you have a question or would like a reading. So check that out, and I'll see you at the next pile. If you want to come over, you're certainly welcome to. Moving right along. And here is pile number 2, and you chose Prometheus. I like Prometheus myself. So Prometheus is all about altruism. And the story of Prometheus is kind of complex, but it's a little bit sad too, sometimes a little sad. So Zeus asked Prometheus to create humans. And Prometheus formed humans with sacred clay made of water and earth. And he decided to make humans in God's image. So then these creatures he made became beloved to Prometheus, and they didn't have fur like animals or big teeth to protect themselves like animals, and we led very short lives and didn't have a whole lot of skills to survive. So Prometheus felt sorry for us, and to help us, he decided he was going to do something, even though Zeus wouldn't like it. He tricked Zeus into choosing a lesser type of sacrifice for humans. And even though it seemed like he had tricked Zeus, Zeus figured it out. But initially, Zeus gives him the gift of fire. And so Prometheus knew that fire was necessary for human survival, and that would allow us to grow and thrive. So art and skills like metalworking would only come from the initial knowledge of fire, of making fire. So Prometheus went into Zeus's room and lit a small flame with fennel and took the fire and then escaped. And then when Zeus found out, in retribution, he told Hephaestus, the god of fire and metalworking, to make a woman to distract man and to put Prometheus on a mountain. And then the poor Prometheus was picked by an eagle during the day. But yet his body would, he would revive. His body would revive, just so we'd have to go through it all over again. So that's definitely the sad part of the story. But the important part of this story is that eventually Hercules freed Prometheus. So that was a good thing. And what we learned from the story, altruism, is consideration for others. And so it's especially the word that's used for Prometheus, because there's such a wide gap between the rich and the poor, and acting for the greater good is not just for our individual selves, but for us, an ethical thing, but it's also for us as a whole, for our survival. And so Prometheus is still honored, especially during the Olympic Games when the torch is lit, and we watch the flame as it's passed through many hands and many countries, then representing how we all are united and we respect each other and we have equality. So I feel like that's a really important thing. So yes, okay, so your person could have some qualities like Prometheus, some altruism, just plain and simple kindness, just human kindness. That's what he represents. So let's get into the reading. This time we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic here. So with the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have Two of Wands, the Knave of Wands or Page of Wands, and Justice. And the Two of Wands is very sweet. It's all about sharing bread, basically. It's nearness and the magic of sliced bread. So all of these cards have the tarot sexual the actual sexual magic is a certain thing, and here it's sliced bread. There's nothing better than sliced bread. So sharing every bite of food to help unite one person with another person. But it's also without losing yourself, which seems to be what's happening here. So maybe it's like initially you fear there is an ability to lose yourself within the other person. So then you cool things down and you decide to just date. Maybe initially there was so much passion that was built up that you the feeling of it kind of overwhelmed you. In a lot of twin flame connections too, that initial meeting feels really great and it gets very intense, and then suddenly something shifts and you're like, oh dang, what if he sees all of me? What if she sees all of me? What if this? What if that? Then all the doubts creep in, or it's switching to this kind of sweet, easy, sharing bread kind of energy, the dating kind of energy might be a good way to calm those initial fears down. But the Knave of Wands isn't bad. The Knave of Wands is actually quite sweet. It's about abandon, and having that feeling of abandon is okay. So it could be reversed. Maybe there's a date, and then you get into this energy of just letting go, abandon all fears, abandon all resistance. So this is the magic of the olive branches, and it's all about, like, sometimes a person's eccentric character can be off-putting and sometimes it can be attracting. In this case, just let it, enjoy the unusual quality of this connection, enjoy the unusual person, himself or herself. They're different from the rest and they're meant for you, and that's why they're here. This is meant to be. It's not like they're supposed to be saved for somebody else. This is for you. That he or she is for you, and so and it's not something that's going to turn into an unreliable or inconsistent situation. It actually is consistent and actually is going to be very stable. So look beyond the appearances of it. Look beyond don't judge it for how you think other people would see it. Just be in it and enjoy it with the person you're with in it. So justice is also great. Justice always seems very fair and loving, and it represents both fairness and loving. And she's like a beautiful little fairy, and it represents a meeting, and this is the sword of power. So this could be, the energy that's needed here to get to the point where you come together, where you're able to overcome resistance. So to obtain love, you must give something in exchange, and so you must have sort of a balance of give and take, a balance of atoning too for anything that you may have done in the past, forgive and forgetting, letting go, wiping clean, a new slate. Think about if you have any like soul contracts or whatever. Think about, do you have a soul contract that you feel you have to complete? Do you have a soul contract with maybe that you think seems something that you need to wipe clear, like this is not meant for you anymore, like some kind of karmic thing. This was you in a past life, maybe punishing yourself, but it's not necessary to have that in this life. You're able to wipe it clean and start fresh and enjoy this love that's meant for you. And so Prometheus is saying, you're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be. And you are going to spend a lot of time together, I think. See? Be a witness to each other's lives. Your love language is quality time. And then from the Alphabet for Lovers, this little Hebrew deck, number 24, which is my favorite number, and it's the love number. We have desire to make up for the past. So that's kind of a theme for you. It's like maybe there's a part of you that constantly feels either like you need to atone or you have some kind of guilt, and that keeps you from having pleasure in the present moment. So let that go so you can have pleasure in the present moment, pleasure and enjoyment with this person that you're with. Anything that you had to atone for, any karma is no longer yours anymore. You've completed your cycle. And here we have letters KH and CH. CH for cherry. So those could be signs too for you. Here you have some more sexy messages. You've got, you are my one and only lover. You have my heart, mind, body, and soul. And this is for all elements and number 1, air, fire, earth. These are cards by Queen Sugar, the Lover's Lane Oracle. And you also have, I'm going to make you scream my name. The neighbors will know it for sure. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. 33, master number. And then we also have from Divine Love Notes 3, the moment I saw you, I knew you were my angel. Very nice. And then from Enchanted Embrace, you have, you light up my life. All right, so let's get some charms and see what else. Like, this is all I got. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so look at you have Jasmine and Ariel and Tinkerbell. And so here's like 3 different kinds of stars. I feel like this represents star quality. So speak your voice. You may be CEO energy. You may be the ruler of things. And the Tinkerbell represents pixie dust. This is like that magic. It's like wishes coming true. And look at there, your divine masculine is here. This is the one. This is your divine masculine. And have faith. He's a very special and unusual type. You're just not going to find anyone else like them. So either he or you have something to do with camera, like social media, behind the scenes, or in front of the camera, assistant or support, or the star. So you decide how you fit into this, but be sure to always speak your truth, and you will be fine. And stay strong in that feminine energy. Or if you're not the feminine, then maybe a support of the feminine energy. And I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. You hit that little thumb, and it gives you like a confetti party, and then push the word that says more ... and then you can open up the description box for more places where you can find me, and timestamps, and links, and my email address. So if you want to get a private reading, just reach out to me, and I'll be happy to do a private reading for you as well, and give you a how-to and my price list as well. And welcome to become a subscriber. If you're new, please become a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does a lot to help me grow my channel. I'm about to turn 5 years old, and I could really use your help, and I really appreciate it. But also, if you'd like to become a member, that's another possibility there. You get monthly great readings, perks, badges, emojis, all kinds of fun stuff every month for becoming a member. So take those into consideration, and thank you so much for stopping by. And you're welcome to look at the next pile if you want to. Come over with me. I'm moving on. And here's pile number 3 with Dionysus and ecstasy. So you picked Dionysus. I wonder why. He's so cute. Okay. So we all have felt it at one time or another, that feeling of completely and just letting go, surrender. We had a little of that in pile number 2, a suggestion of surrender. But, you know, that feels really nice. It's like elation, freedom, and release. And that free-flowing energy is what the Greek god Dionysus wants to bring to you. He is actually quite misunderstood. You know, everybody thinks of him as some kind of party animal, some kind of person involved in debauchery. But the story is a little bit deeper than that. Dionysus is actually a liberator, and he's a liberator of women and minorities. So in ancient times, women and minorities were restrained in society. In ancient times. And they weren't as free to grow and contribute to society as they are now, although things seem to be changing again. I don't know. The idea of having no restrictions and total freedom appealed to them. So this made Dionysus very popular, and his cults became very powerful. So the Maenads, they were women who served Dionysus. They held secretive rituals, and his equivalent, the Roman equivalent of Dionysus, is Bacchus. So you might have heard of Bacchus too. And Bacchus festivals even are coming up very close to in the fall, close to Thanksgiving too. And he was so that inspired those Bacchanal festivals, Bacchanalia festivals. Interesting, 1 week in the Texas Renaissance Festival is about Bacchus, so that's fun. And so the festival itself is all about slaves becoming masters. So they switched spots, and women dressed as men and men as women, and laws could be broken without punishment. So it was pure, you know, have fun, do whatever you want. And this kind of spiritual activity is very cathartic in nature, and it allows change in body and mind and spirit, birth, death, and rebirth, which allows a fresh and revitalized start. So it's not about like a Sodom and Gomorrah where everybody's just sinning and losing control. It's about people who are normally repressed allowed to, at least for a moment, experience some freedom, and also, like, you know, go into another person's shoes for a change and see what it's like, you know, to be like them. So the other thing is Dionysus is the god of theater. So there's a big theater named after him in Acropolis in Athens, which is kind of cool. So your person could be theatrical, he could be very sensual, he could be maybe a player, or not a player, but maybe just perceived as a womanizer. But I feel like more that he's just a very sensual guy who's very free form, free loving, who has a lot of interest in maybe in the love department, but maybe, just maybe, that doesn't matter. Even when this guy loves with all his heart, he loves very deeply. So this is all about like taking things not too seriously, you know, not abstaining from pleasures, but trying to find at least some balance in your life. You know, not all work, but or all play. Either one's not good, you know. So enjoy some play when you have a lot of responsibilities, and if you seem like your life is all just play, then, you know, set some goals and desires, you know, for yourself, something that you can work towards, some purpose that can feel good again. And if you're like a student and you're taking your grades too seriously, just remember that grades are just a measurement and they don't represent you. And yeah, maybe you need to do it for school purposes, but just try to keep it in perspective. Make sure you're doing exactly what you love so you can feel good about putting all that effort into what you're doing. Things like that. So I mean, I feel like this guy that comes into your life, or girl, may be the type that helps you loosen up and see things from a different point of view. It's really cute. I saw this movie with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher, and I forgot what it's called, but they were very much those two types of people. They had one night experience where they were I don't know, they fell into bed together, they both were drunk or whatever. But then after that they somehow stayed best friends, but they had never dated, and they both individually dated other people, but they stayed friends through their love lives with other people, although the Ashton Kutcher character was busy with multiple girls, and Reese Witherspoon was trying to hold it down as much as she could, but she never had much luck. And so I won't spoil it, but just their two styles. She's very responsible oriented. She a single mom, so she had to really, everything she did had to be done because of her feeling of her responsibility of her child. And he didn't have any kids, and he had plenty of money, and almost like he was boundless, limitless. And with that ability to be so free, sometimes you go to extremes, right? But he's able to teach her, and she's able to teach him, and then they're able to balance together. And that's kind of what it is, what it's like when you find a high-level soulmate or twin flame, or your beloved or your counterpart. This is somebody who helps balance you, and it's not, you need to be whole and fine on your own, but obviously we all have our personalities, and it's really helpful when our balanced personality connects with another person's balanced personality. And so there you are. So this is also about, having fun, play acting, singing, doing things that you just didn't used to do until, that you didn't do since you were a kid, if you're on that end. Or your person has this ability to bring that out in you, be playful and help you do things like that, and enjoy life with a childlike indulgence, a childlike outlook. So let's see what Dionysus has to say to you. So this could be you or Dionysus, but interestingly, we have the 6 of chalices, or 6 of cups. We have the 9 of chalices, 9 of cups, and the Ace of chalices, Ace of cups. So we have a lot of love here. Very sweet, loving energy. And the 6 of cups is about a memory, and this is an artist. It could be you or him, but this artist here, and maybe you meet through artistic things. Maybe he's singer and you're a musician, or you're an artist and he's something like that. So I feel like the art could connect you. And this is the magic of the parchment. So the tarot of sexual magic each has like a sexual magic, kind of like a crystal, like a little, like that little thing, that little piece of magic that affects each card. And this one is all about the magic of the parchment, which shows a portrait, and this woman painting a picture of somebody she remembers. A portrait reminds us of those who were distant memories, and it may revive the desire. Maybe it's for an ex, or it can destroy the blocks of the past. So this could be like you could be the artist. You can make this painting, or this could be like, that song, any of those songs that talk about photographs, where you see a picture of your person or somebody that you knew, and you're like, oh, I wonder how they're doing, or maybe I should call them up, or something like that. So there could be this energy there that a person called you up, or you called the person up, or texted them or something, and you started a connection again. And so this connection is the 9 of chalice is all about euphoria, and it's the magic of the lantern. The lantern makes me think of the hermit, and so it's like a person. The hermit is like a Virgo, distant, away from people, shining his light, saying, I love you. And now it's almost like the hermit has come closer and said, instead of now me saying I love you from afar, now I'm saying I love you right in front of your face. But I still have the lantern to show you that it was my love all along, that I was shining at you. And so So yeah, the lantern's like a lighthouse. It also kind of makes me think of E.T.'s finger, you know, I don't know why, but that lights up and it says, you know, I'm always here, you know, I'm always here in your heart. So yeah, that this person may have, like, if it's somebody that you used to know, doesn't necessarily mean that's for everybody's story. Some people have a different scenario. Maybe this is just somebody new coming up, but and you're just the artist or they're just an artist. Maybe something familiar about them, their features or whatever, is like, when I thought of what I wanted in a person, it's just like you, you know. It reminds me too of, oh my gosh, one of my favorite movies of all time, um, uh, the time movie. What is it called? Oh God, it's with Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeves and Jane Seymour, and he sees that portrait of her, and he's desperate to go back in time so he could be with her. So it's like the wish is very strong, and the wish will come true. So the light of the lantern ensures the triumph of love and overwhelms the senses and dispels any kind of hesitation, any kind of thing that gets in the way. Then you have the Ace of Chalices, which represents ecstasy, and it's the magic of the comb and the brush. And this is one of my favorites because it makes me think of grooming. Like, if you may be with somebody who enjoys grooming you, or you like to groom them, it's this kind of feeling of pampering and babying, you know, and enjoying touching each other in ways that are not sexual. And so it feels kind of nice and cozy and romantic. But of course, I feel like you definitely will come together here. And you have this big cup, the Ace of Chalices, which also makes me think a little bit of baths and showers and things like that. So that could be one of the ways that you enjoy and like to experience each other's togetherness. But this is talking about loving magic is crowned by success and satisfaction and festivities and good reasons to be happy and in love. So wow, like Dionysus slash Bacchus can represent a festival or something that you're going to go to, that it helps you to let go and enjoy each other's company and be happy to be in love and indulge in each other a little bit. So we have this message here from the Enchanted Kiss, which says, let's get acquainted and lose those blues. And so that's a fun song. Let's go, time's a wasting. Maybe y'all like to sing that song together. Maybe you guys are a Johnny Cash and June Carter couple. You know, I got blues and I got blues. Let's get together and lose those blues. You know, and so it's like you're definitely making plans to be with each other. Then we have the alphabet for lovers, and here's number 64, and it's in Hebrew. It has Hebrew numbers and letters, and this is the Hebrew letter R, opening new channels. So something new happening for you guys. And you have the romantic fairy tease. The energy is fun, lighthearted, but uncertain. So you're definitely going to teach each other how to, well, one of you is going to teach the other how to have fun. But even within all of that, there could also be the senses, is this just temporary? Is this going to last? You may feel a little bit worried about that. But let's see what what other messages we have. From the Lover's Lane, we have, I want to make love to you all night long. And that's Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And I promise that you will want plenty more, and there will be plenty more to give. Some more earth energy here, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And then we have here we have another message. These are Queen Sugar cards, and this is her deck, Divine Love Messages number 3. I wish I could hold you in my arms. So your wishes are coming true. There's going to be finally arms holding each other. And your enchanted embrace is, speaking of holding each other's in each other's arms, this embrace is saying, you make me feel tingly. Wow. Okay, so now let's see what your charms have to say. The camera again. So somebody is in the limelight. Somebody is either in front of the camera or behind the camera, taking the movies or behind the movies, the star or the supportive role. We have 2 pixie dust. We have 2 Tinkerbells, which represent many wishes coming true. Many wishes, not just one. We have Ariel. Oh, here she is, speaking her voice, but also losing her tail, which means maybe a little bit carried away in the bedroom. And then we have Sebastian, maybe saying, hold on, maybe not too much of that. So it could be like your conscience, your conscience saying, okay, I better not go, I want to lose control. And there's like 2 sides of you. If you have any Virgo in you at all, moon, sun, rising, or any other place, there could be just that desire to completely let go, but then there's that other voice that says, hold up, be careful. And that could be, that could be your person, you or one of you are feeling like that. So don't worry about that if that happens. Enjoy the moment. I feel like there's actual true love here, but it does feel bubbly and like non-permanent, and so that may make you feel a little bit nervous about the long-term energy of this. But what I'm saying is enjoy it while you can, because it just feels really right and good, and this is a good person who believes in freedom. I mean, I feel like with this person you will feel a sense of freedom like you never felt before. And even if it's not long lasting or permanent, I feel like you're allowed to enjoy this and really get into it. Just really get into it. I recommend it. I feel like it could open a whole new channel. I feel like this could actually open the door to more things to come. So within this person, with this person, or maybe somebody else, but I think this scenario is necessary for opening doors for you in the future. And I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to hit that little thumb down there to like it and give me you get a little confetti party if you like this video. Also, please become a subscriber if you're not. I would really love to have you here in this channel and be a sparkle light like the rest of my followers. And if you want to find out other ways where you can hang out with me, click on that more button and the little dots, and then that opens up your description box where you can find out see all the different links, see where you can find me, and also it shows the timestamps and my email, and so you can email me and get a private personal reading, and I'll send you an how-to with all my price list. Also, my birthday is about to come up, so I'm doing a lot on the channel. I'm having lives. I'm going to have giveaways, and like really low-cost readings and things like that. So please check out my deck here, the Romantic Fairy. I will be giving this one away soon. And I have one for a special person to give away. So keep an eye out on that. For that, I might tie it into letters. That would be interesting. So before I go, I'm going to shout out my awesome members. If you want to become a member, get some really awesome perks and badges, emojis, and discounted monthly readings, then you can subscribe, or not subscribe, you can become a member for as low as $1.99 a month. and it goes up a little, but not too high. I mean, these prices are really low compared to most readers' prices and my regular price list. So if you become a member, you definitely are getting some great discounts. So I'd like to shout out Platinum Pixie, Claudia Lane, Twin Flames, Jolene Sutton, Luisa Silva, and Mary Joy. Full of Faithers, Wolfie Baby Doll, Laura Ochoa, Weird Sister Liz. And by the way, Weird Sister Oracle, I think she has a channel, so check her out. She's awesome. And she also does readings. And then we have Sparkles Alike, Guacamole, Stoya, Divine Pearls, Maurice, Patricia, Andres, Alexis, Miss Fred, Giggles, Rainbow, Esmeralda, Gloria, No Name, Denise, and Terry. Thank you all so much for being so supportive. And thank you to my patrons too. I've been doing fun artwork, and I just recently posted my how I made the fairy fluttering wings and the tutorial that I used. But if you guys would like me to have some kind of tutorial, you just let me know and I'll see what I can do about that to show you how I made the fairy flutter wings. I'm gonna keep working on that fairy so you can see more of her, and she'll be flying around all over the place, and hopefully getting up a website so she can fly onto my website too, and you can find anything you want on my website if you are so inclined to follow me. I just recently changed my name to Romantic Fairy, but I am Cherry Enchantress. My channel motto is Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. And the pixie dust is the magic here, but definitely you need the faith and trust to get going, you know, to that initial spark to go. And it's part of the law of attraction. So law of attraction, this is your magic. We're ready to fly. I hope you like that. See you guys later. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Hi, this is Cherry Enchantress. Do you need a real romantic reading? One that gets to the heart of what will happen next in your love life? I knew you did. I'm psychic. You know what? I have a variety of beautiful romantic tarot and oracle decks, including my own romantic fairy oracle, to provide deep yet warm, loving, and whimsical insight into your past, present, or future romance. Just check the description box below for information and email me to get your beautiful, accurate, and detailed tarot reading. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.